Kofi took a deep breath and looked into the eyes of his father's spirit. I accept the truth, he said, his voice steady. I am not perfect. I have fears, I have doubts, and I have made mistakes, but I will not let them define me. I will learn from them and I will strive to be better. As Kofi spoke these words, the figure of his father began to fade, a peaceful smile on his face. The waters around them calmed, and Mami Water appeared once more, her expression one of approval. You have passed the test of truth, she said, her voice filled with warmth. You have faced your fears and accepted the truth in your heart. For this, I will lift the curse from your village. The seas will once again bless your people with abundance. With the test behind him, Kofi felt a deep sense of peace and accomplishment. Mami Water smiled at him, her eyes filled with a gentle spirit. You have proven yourself, Kofi, she said. Return to your village and tell them of what has happened here. The ocean will once again be your ally, and the bond between you people and the sea will be restored. Kofi bowed down to Mami Water, filled with gratitude. Thank you, great Mami Water, he said. I will carry your message to my people, and we will honor the promise our ancestors made. With that, Mami Water raised her hands, and a wave gently lifted Kofi's boat, carrying it back towards the shore. The journey back to Nkem was calm and swift, the sea now tranquil and filled with life. As Kofi neared the village, he saw the villagers gathered on the shore, their faces filled with awe and hope. Baba Okoro was the first to greet him. Kofi, you have returned, he exclaimed, his voice filled with emotions. What news do you bring? Kofi stepped out of the boat, holding his head high. I have spoken with Mami Water. He said, she has forgiven us and lifted the curse. The ocean will once again bless us with bounty. The villagers erupted in cheers, their joy echoing across the shore. The children danced and sang, while the elders raised their hands in gratitude to the heavens. Baba Okoro approached Kofi, his eyes filled with pride. You have done what many thought impossible, Kofi. You have restored the balance between our village and the sea. Your name will be remembered for generations. Kofi smiled, though his heart was still heavy with the loss of his father's pair and the truth he had uncovered. I did what needed to be done, Baba Okoro, he replied humbly. It was not just for me, but for all of us. The sea is our lifeblood, and we must never take it for granted. As the villagers celebrated, Kofi noticed that the ocean had already begun to show signs of its renewed favor. Fish leaped from the water, and the waves brought in nets filled with a rich harvest. The once barren shores were now teeming with life, and the scent of salt and seaweed filled the air. The ocean had indeed forgiven them. That evening, the village held a grand feast in Kofi's honor. The fires burnt brightly, and the aroma of freshly caught fish and roasted plantain filled the air. The villagers gathered around Kofi, eager to hear the tale of his journey. As he recounted the trials he had faced, the test of the heart, the test of sacrifice, and the test of truth, he could see the awe and respect in their eyes. But it is not just my story, Kofi concluded, his voice carrying over the crackling of the fire. It is the story of all of us. We must remember that the ocean is a living, breathing entity, deserving of our respect and gratitude. We must honor our ancestors' promises and live in harmony with the sea. so that it may continue to provide for us. The elders nodded in agreement, and Baba Okoro raised a cup of palm wine. To Kofi, our brave son, and the ocean that sustains us, he toasted. The villagers raised their cups in unison, their spirits lifted by the knowledge and the future was once again rescued. As the night wore on, Kofi sat by the shore, looking out at the calm moonlit sea. He thought of his father and the truth he had uncovered in the depths of the ocean. It was a hard truth to accept, but it had given him the strength to move forward, to become the man his father had always hoped he would be. Mami Wata's words echoed in his mind. You have proven yourself, Kofi. He knew that his journey was far from over, but he also knew that he had the courage to face whatever challenges lay ahead. In the years that followed, Kofi became a respected leader in Nkem. The village thrived under his guidance, and the bond between the people and the ocean grew stronger with each passing season. Kofi never forgot the lesson he had learned during his trials, and he made it his mission to pass these lessons on to the younger generation. He taught them to respect the sea, to honor their ancestors, and to understand that true strength comes not from physical power, but from humility, sacrifice, and the courage to face the truth. The story of Kofi's journey became a cherished tale in the village, told and retold by the elders around the fires at night. Mami Wata's presence was felt in the village for many years to come. The villagers would often leave offerings at the shores, small token of gratitude for the ocean's continued bounty. And whenever the sea was especially calm, they would say it was Mami Wata smiling down on them, pleased with the harmony that had been restored. As Kofi, he recounted to live a life of service, always putting the needs of his people before his own. He never forgot the sacrifice he had made, nor the truth he had uncovered. As though he missed his father's pair, he knew that the legacy it represented lived on in him and in the choices he made forever. Kofi's story became a beacon of hope and inspiration, not just for the people of Nkem, but for all who heard it. It was a reminder that even in the face of the most daunting challenges, one could find the strength to overcome as long as they stayed true to themselves, to the values that mattered most.